Bodies Art by Geneva Rose, and I think I give this book like a solid 3-star. I just felt like this book lacked so much like thrill and suspense. Like, it was not suspenseful at all. It just felt like a drama. It was very much like just learning about the family, all of their issues together. Just, I don't know. This just wasn't a thriller book to me, other than the fact that somebody was, you know, I knew who it was from 15-20% of the way into the book. Like, it was not hard to figure out at all. The first book that I read by Geneva Rose actually was one of the first books I ever read in my adulthood, which got me back into reading, was The Perfect Marriage, and I loved it. I don't know if I loved it because it was one of the first books I read, so I didn't have much to compare it to, or if it was actually a good book. I would have to go back and read it and see. That would be fun to do, to go back and read all the books that I read when I first started reading and see if I actually liked them or if I just had nothing else to compare it to. But yeah, that book was way better in my opinion, at least from what I remember. So yeah, I don't know, I don't really like this book. I will say the cover and the little VHS like slip thing, this is everything. I'm gonna get back into reading. Oh my gosh, y'all, I think I've started this book a good 4 times now. I started this book a few days ago, and then I put it down because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a slow start or what, but I just could not get into it. But I'm gonna try again because I want like a fiction romance vibe, like not too crazy on the romance, but like, you know, the fiction romance vibe, but nothing too sad. So I think that's what I would get with this. So yeah, I kind of want to read like Annie Bot again, even though I just read it. I've never done a reread before of any of the books I've read, and for some reason I just really want to read Annie Bot again. Like, I really like that book, but I read it so recently that I'm like, I don't need to read that. If I'm gonna do a reread, it needs to be one of the books that I read way back. Yeah, when it comes to my Bible, I can highlight and mark in it all day. Like, completely filling this thing up. But when it comes to books, I don't know how y'all are annotating books. Like, I can't write in my books. I don't know what it is, but like, it just does not feel right to write in these books. I might buy like some sticky notes and then like put a sticky tab or whatever. Tabbing. I might do tabbing, but as far as like actually highlighting and stuff, I don't know. Through like a whole tornado, a storm. So I'm probably gonna be up all night because I have storm anxiety. I have all different types of anxiety, but I get really anxious during storms. The plus side to that is that I'll be reading all night. Okay, you guys, so I just pulled up to Barnes & Noble. Y'all know I'm trying to read these 31 books on my Physical TBR. First, I was like, oh, I can't buy any other books until I read all of these books. Like, that's my incentive, like that's my motivation to read these books, is I can't buy any. No, yeah, we're not doing that. Like, we just can't. Like, that's not realistic because it's gonna take me months to finish this. It's actually gonna take me months to finish this, longer than I was expecting, because I just am not reading at the pace that I was reading at before. They are really like blasting that music. So anyway, I just put up to Barnes & Noble because, but I have a good reason. I have a $15 reward gift card, so I was like, I might as well use it, right? Like, I'm technically not buying a book. It's free, really. Is that girl math? It might be, but it's free, essentially. So, but what I think I want to do is, y'all, my hair is looking really weird today. What I think I want to do is, I think I want to buy a book that I've already read, like on the Kindle, and just have it for my physical bookshelf, because I'm one of those people where even if I read something on the Kindle, I'm gonna want to buy the book, the actual physical copy of the book, because it's like a trophy. Like, I need it on my shelf so I can be like, wow, look at all these books that I've read. Like, I need to be able to visualize, look at that, look at all these books that I've read, you did that, you know, like, it's like a reward. So obviously it's fun buying new books that I haven't read, but then that's just going to add to my physical TBR that I need to read, which I feel like is kind of like backtracking in this challenge. So I don't think I should buy a book that I haven't read. That makes sense, right? I think you guys are nodding with me, right? Now my dilemma is, what book do I want to buy that I've already read? Also, I went to Smoothie King and I got 2 of the same smoothie because they were having a deal where if you buy a, what is this, 20 ounce? If you buy a 20-ounce smoothie, you get one free. So I was like, I'm just gonna drink them both. Is that's crazy. All right, let's go. Where's my Barnes & Noble card? It's a cute cover, but I'm not getting it. What's that new book that's out? Oh, what's that new book I keep seeing on Book Talk? No, we're here to get a book I've already read. Stop. That's the book I keep seeing. I don't know if it's a new release or not, but I keep seeing it so much and I want it, but I can't get it today, y'all. I can't. Y'all, I didn't even know that they were doing this, and I'm a premium member, so I feel like I need to buy. Oh, okay. I'm finding excuses to buy books because now I feel like I need to buy a book, but I don't. I know I don't. Anyway, I'm gonna go check out and I'll show you guys what I got. I love YA because I don't know why actually, but maybe because I feel like it's so like simple. And like, I don't know why I like YA. But anyway, I loved this book when I read it. It's called One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. And yeah, I don't know. I really like the book. I tried to watch the show. They have a show on, is it Paramount or something? I don't know. They made it into a show. The show was very boring. So I never did. I think I only got into like the second episode. And then I stopped watching, but I loved the book. It is a 3-part series, I believe, which I read the first 2. I don't think I've read the third one yet. And I already have the second one on my shelf, so I was like, it would make sense for me to get the first one since I don't have the physical copy of the first, but I read it and then I had the physical copy of the second. You know, it just doesn't make sense. So anyway, that's what I got. This smoothie is actually melting. I think I'm gonna take it to my husband or something because I'm not gonna be able to finish it. Let's be honest. So I know this wasn't a part of the plan, but I told you guys, like, I don't know, actually I don't know if I told you guys, but I don't know if I can stick to just only reading my TBR, my physical TBR for the next few months, because it's gonna take me at least, oh my gosh, I'm undressing. It's gonna take me at least 3 months to get through. Also, don't mind my voice. I lost my voice. It's starting to come back now, but I sound like I just woke up from a nap. But anyway, it's gonna take me some months to finish my physical TBR, and I can't just limit myself. I know I should because it'll push me to get through it even faster, but I'm just a girl. What can I do? So anyway, I am reading Divine Rivals right now, which, oh my gosh, this is my first fantasy, romantasy, anything in the fantasy genre. I've never read unless you count like Twilight, which I only read book 1 of Twilight, and that was like a few months ago, I think in December or maybe November. But this is like a whole new level. Like Twilight is kind of different because like I watched the movies growing up, so it was like, I don't know, vampires is like one thing, but like dragons or like anything mythical or talking about the gods, I was like, this is like completely different from me. And I was so, what's the word? I don't know, I felt intimidated by fantasy books, and that's the main reason why I never read them. I have A Court of Thorns and Roses and The Assassin's Blade on my physical TBR, so really I should be reading those. But for some reason, Divine Rivals was calling to me. I don't know if it was the book cover. Honestly, I don't know what it was, but I was like, Divine Rivals, I need to read. Like, if I'm going to read a fantasy book, it has to be that. A Court of Thorns and Roses, I know everyone talks about it, but it's not calling out to me. Like, I just don't feel, I don't know, I'm a mood reader, and it's just, I'm not feeling the vibe right now. So anyway, yeah, I picked up Divine Rivals. I'm reading it on Kindle and listening to the audiobook, so I'm tandem reading, and I'm 99% of the way in, so I'm pretty much done with the book. I'm going to finish it right now, but I am eating it up. Like, I think I'm going to stand Divine Rivals. Like, I'm already like on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Like, wait, am I crying? I'm actually crying. Why am I crying? Okay, maybe that's just like allergies. I don't know what's going on there. If y'all see tears falling out of my eyes, then just ignore it because I honestly, I don't know. Also, that might be why my voice is going out because of allergies. But anyway, I'm already like trying to look up Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows to get the actual physical copy because I need it on my shelf. Like, I am eating it up. I love it so much. Anyway, so I just downloaded the audiobook for Good Girl, Bad Blood. because y'all know that is on my Physical TBR. And I need an audiobook because I'm sitting in a car ride or pickup lane for the next 45 minutes. And I forgot to bring my book, which is Magnolia Parks. I'm currently reading Magnolia Parks. And I don't have the audiobook for that because Libby has a like 5-week wait time. Like why are y'all reading Magnolia Parks right now? Like what is happening? Yeah, so I'm just gonna listen to Good Girl, Bad Blood. And hopefully it'll be a quick one because I don't know, I feel like YAs are always like really quick paced and simple, easy to follow, quick reads. And plus, since I am doing the audiobook, I'll be able to do it on like 2 or 2.5 speed. And yeah, I just don't want this challenge to be done through solely audiobooks because I don't know, not that audiobooks don't count, but just like I feel like, I don't know, y'all. Yeah, y'all are probably gonna like this. I'm kidding. Like if you like fantasy books and you're just like, girl, get into fantasy, you're probably gonna like this, okay? I'm about to read / listen to A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm just genuinely very intimidated by fantasy because I did try to read it. I think I read like the first page and I was just like, what are y'all talking about? Like these names, these places, just it's so like mythic and like I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. And when I read Divine Rivals, it wasn't like too much fantasy. It was still, it just felt like a romance book, but with like a little bit of like the fantasy elements. So it wasn't like too crazy, but for some reason I feel like Akatar is gonna be like too fantasy for me, but I'm gonna try it. It's a really big book too, which also scared me and put me off. Update on A Court of Thorns and Roses. I am this much into the book, like 50-60 pages. It's starting to get better. It's starting to pick up now. At first it was very much like, okay, like come on now, this is boring, but it's starting to pick up. She's in, gosh, was Prithian, is that how you say it? And I'm doing the audiobook as well, so I'm tandem reading. But oh, I came downstairs because I need to eat something. I don't know what. My husband made chicken biscuits, but like I don't really want a chicken biscuit, but also I shouldn't waste food, so I probably should just eat it. Also, yesterday I did finish reading and listening to Good Girl, Bad Blood, so I can finally add it to the bookshelf. So all the books up here are the books that I still have to read. Yes, Mama? Yeah? Okay. So all the books up here I still have to read. I have my Twilight series, which I didn't include in this challenge just because, I don't know why I didn't. I also didn't include How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. Y'all can't see that. I also didn't include How My Neighbor Stole Christmas or Fall Into Temptation, only because those are like seasonal reads. So I'm gonna save those for when it's fall and Christmas time again. But other than that, oh, and I also didn't include the After series over here. Yeah. The only books I have in this series are these two, which I already read these two. And so I'm still waiting to get the other books in the series. You okay? Okay. So anyway, other than that, all these down here have been read, I believe. Not Pride and Prejudice, that needs to go away. So anyway, I did read Good Girl, Bad Blood, and my thoughts on this. I liked it better than the first book, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. The first book, I only read it. I didn't do the audiobook, and it was cool. Like, I didn't not like the book, but I just felt like it was slightly overhyped at the time. I don't know. It was just like, eh. But this book, like, I don't know if it's because I did the tandem read and it had like the podcast element to it. And so with the audiobook, it just made it so much more like, I don't know, it just felt so much more realistic. Like I was listening to an actual audiobook. Like it was not immersive. What's the word? I don't know. But it was really like, it was really good. I wouldn't give it a 5-star only because I don't feel like it's gonna like stick with me. Like how if I rate something 5-star, it's because like I feel like I'm gonna think about it all the time. Like it's gonna stick with me. It changed my thoughts. Now I get to add it to the shelf of the books that I've read. So we're gonna put it right here beside A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. There we go. Y'all, I did a Kroger pickup. Was it yesterday or the day before? No, it was the day before. I did a Kroger pickup on Friday. Today is Sunday. It's Sunday morning. Okay, I did the Kroger pickup. on Friday afternoon. I remember telling my husband when I got these, I said, because every time I get these, everyone eats it up. And I told him, I was like, okay, let me at least get 1 or 2 packs before y'all destroy these. There's 1 pack left. Do I need to buy like 8 of these? Like, what is happening? And now, like, I don't want these right now, but now I feel like I have to hide them so that I can have them later. All right, so the boys planted flowers yesterday. Kai, what was yours?
A sunflower.
Sunflower. And Zai, do you remember what yours is? It's a daisy. Yes, it is. What is it? It was a daisy. It's the white one, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna water them. I don't have green thumb at all. My thumb is literally and figuratively brown. So I hope these work because they're really excited to see them like bloom. So I'm trying to follow directions. It says to keep them moderately moist because they're very thirsty plants. Keep them in full sunlight, so we got them on the front porch. The only thing I worry about is it gets cold overnight still, and so I don't want them to get too cold. So I'm thinking maybe we should bring them in at night, you think? Yeah, it is a Z for Zaire.
And it says we need to check them in day and night.
Day and night, yep.
And we didn't check them last
Well, that's because we only did it at night. We did it in the afternoon. So now it's the morning, and then we'll check it again at night.
Okay.
I'm trying not to overwater, so I'm waiting for the water to come through the bottom.
It's not coming out. Does that mean it needs more water?
I think. Y'all have any tips on being a plant mom? Let me know because I don't know what I'm doing. I've tried to grow succulents and they both died, so I don't really know.
The next night we should read the Bible. Yesterday we read the Bible. It was Adam and Eve.
Really?
Yeah.
The Bible starts with Adam and Eve.
No, it doesn't start with that.
Yes, it does start with Adam and Eve. Well, it starts with God creating the earth, and then it goes to Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So first of all, please ignore the sound of the shower in the back. My husband's taking a shower. Also, I have to whisper because my daughter still sleeps in our room, and I don't want to wake her up. I'm about 44% of the way through Akatar, and so far my husband just asked me how am I liking the book, and my reaction was just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't dislike the book. If I was 44% of the way in and I just genuinely did not like the book, I would probably DNF it. It's not that I don't like the book, it's just I don't see the hype yet. Again, I'm only 44% of the way in, so I still have time, but yeah, I just don't see the hype yet. Like, it's not a bad book, but it's just like, okay, there's nothing really happening. The FMC irritates me. I don't know what it is about her. Like, she's just very, like, stubborn, hard-headed, doesn't listen, and wants to go. Why do you want to go back to where you're from? I would not want to go back. Like, I'm in this mythical place. I got this Lord protecting me. I have everything I ever need versus me being dirt poor where I came from. Like, I just don't get it. But anyway, yeah, she's just irritating me, I'm sorry to say. But yeah, and then also I'm just confused as to like, where does this story go? Because these are big books, and I think there's 5 in the series. And so I'm like, what else is gonna happen? Because nothing is happening right now. And so I guess I can't like vision. I guess I just don't understand like exactly what this series is about. Like, I know it's like about these fairies and mythical creatures and stuff, but like, are they gonna go to war? I don't know. I'm just kind of processing things in my head. But yeah, I'm going to switch over to my Kindle since I'm in the bed, and I'm going to read a little bit more until I fall asleep, which will probably be in like 10 minutes. But yeah.